Hello, hello, and welcome. Welcome to the Swear Word. I'm your host, Brandon Swear. Hey, if this is your first time here, thanks for being here. Glad to have you here. Hope you come back. This is going to be a fun one tonight. This is a podcast that is by the Chilihead community for the community. Regardless of your spice tolerance, this is the place for you. Hey, if you're looking forward to tonight's show, we have two products on deck. For Hot or Not, we also have Nick Curry here from Halogi, who will be guest, and we also have some burning choices later. So let's get it. Episode number 15. All right, welcome. All right, so up tonight, we have a great show planned for you. We have two sauces on deck. These are both from Bootsie's Sauce Co. We have the Fire Roasted Fresno, and we also have the Extra Garlic Habanero. So also after that, we have Nick Curry, the co-owner of Halogi, the sauce boss behind the scenes. He's gonna be spilling the sauce with us, if you will. He's gonna be sharing those little fun insights on him and how the company got started and how everything's going. So look forward to getting to speak with Nick a little bit more on that. Also, if this is your first time checking us out, once again, glad you're here. Please like, comment, all the things. We're trying to grow the YouTube presence right now and Instagram. So if you're on Instagram, you've seen the sauces and the guest announcement first. So that's where we'll be dropping that. And of course, we're always live here on YouTube, and we will clean them up and get them on over to Spotify and to Apple Podcast. So, hey, this is a live show. And jump on in the chat, be a part of the chat. We're going to have some fun whenever it's burning choices. Fire off the questions for Nick whenever we get into the interview. Let's get it. Let's go to Hot or Not. All right. Hey, welcome on in. If you're just now checking in, we've just started Hot or Not, so glad to have you here. We're going to go ahead and start off with the Fire Roasted Fresno from Bootsie Sauce Co. Let's get this one opened up. Once again, if this is your first time checking us out, we don't do a traditional 1 to 10 scale. We do a 1 out of 5 based off of 5 categories. Those categories are heat, aroma, flavor, versatility, and burn. From there, we take all those scores, we average them together, and that gives us our total swear word rating. So let's go ahead and bust on into this. We also have the upgraded visual package going on. So normally I would read the sauce information ahead of time. This time around, because of the way we have this set up, just we'll read it after. All right, let me move this back a little. Get a big old pour going. Man, that is tasty. It's got a nice consistency. It still has that great fire roasted taste. It's got the pulpy bits, the seeds, etc. It gives you the texture that you are looking for from a nice fire roasted sauce. Overall, here, let me go ahead and start writing this down too. Overall, the heat on this one isn't too bad. This would be something, if you're entry, you're trying to find a nice sauce to jump into the game. I definitely think that this heat level is going to be very inviting and friendly for you. As if you're a chili head, you're going to see this on the more mild end. So let me go ahead and get that heat rating down here. Okay. Aroma has, man, it does it. It has this great um, dance going on here of you get the fiery, the smell, but you also get, and let me make sure. Yeah. 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 It's definitely the garlic that you're picking up, and a little bit of the onion, but overall it has a phenomenal aroma. So let me get that jotted down too. Right here all right. Flavor. Did touch on this a little bit earlier, but it has a great flavor. Let me go ahead and jot that down because we did already kind of cover that. All right. Here we go. And versatility. This is a very versatile sauce. I can definitely see you using this more frequent. This would be what I would consider more of like your what I would see as a table sauce, right? Something you're going to keep around. It's going to be friendly for the whole family, but it's also going to give you that that spice that you need to let you know that you're eating something like a spicy hot sauce. So here we go. Versatility. Let's go here. Okay. And burn on this one isn't actually too bad. Like I said, it's definitely going to be more entry-level friendly. You do feel a little bit of heat on the mouth, nothing too crazy. So let me go ahead and jot down the burn on this. Okay. And let me hand this off to producer Jeff. All right. So now while he's inputting that, I will go ahead and dive into the description. So let's go ahead and read on the ingredients. So we got ingredients on the fire roasted Fresno. We have first ingredient is Fresno peppers. Then we got water, onion, garlic, distilled vinegar, apple cider vinegar, smoked paprika, dried chipotle pods, and then hickory smoked salt, sea salt, and olive oil. It's got a great color, great consistency going on. There on the side of the bottle, it says, put a wiggle in your scoot. So this is a great company that's out of Seattle, Washington, husband-wife duo. Definitely would recommend checking this out if you are looking to get into the sauce game. All right, looks like we got everything input. So here we go. All right, on the fire roasted Fresno, heat coming in at a 2.6. All right. Aroma, 3.9. We got flavor at 3.4. Versatility at 4.2. And burn at 2.9. So just based off the heat and burn, you can already know that it's going to be friendly if you're not too experienced in the spice game. So let's see that total swear word rating. That's for a total 3.4 on the swear word rating. So great job there. Let's go ahead and dive on into the extra garlic habanero. These do have perforated. They are perforated in order to open these, but I like to use the knife. A little bit more fun on my end. All right, give this thing a good shake. Once again, it's got great consistency. You can see the little bits of garlic in there. Let me move this back. All right. Wow. Definitely, this is extra garlic, so this is going to be a much more garlic forward, and you can definitely smell it right off the rip. Wow. Okay. I like that. That's real good. You got the garlic notes carrying through. It is doing phenomenal in that but you also, the consistency of this is a lot more pureed. It's a lot more fine. You know, you're not getting like a nugget of garlic stuck in your mouth, if you will. This sauce is going to be dangerous on some of my pizza later tonight. So we'll go ahead and dive in on heat. Heat, this is definitely obviously going to be a notch up, being that it's habanero, as to be expected. You got a lot more of the tongue and, you know, a little bit just touching the back of the throat. Nothing too crazy. You know, if you're just applying it to food, you're probably not going to get the same back of the throat feel. So let me go ahead and jot that down. Okay. Aroma. This is like, once again, has a great aroma. However, if you're not a garlic fan, probably don't get the extra garlic, like, you know, ended up going here. So definitely keep that in mind. They do have a, you know, regular garlic habanero, and then this being the extra. So overall, I do love the aroma. So let's get that put down here. Okay. Flavor. Great flavor here. Once again, it's going to be very much more garlic forward. You do get a little hint of the habanero in the flavor realm, but mostly you're getting the garlic taste, and that's to be expected. All right. Versatility. It's a pretty versatile sauce. Obviously, not going to be using this on desserts or anything of that nature. There's going to be certain items that you'll take that out of. But if you're definitely looking for something as a garlic substitute or to add instead of actually just adding garlic itself, like say somebody else in the family does not like the garlic in their food, dude, just grab this. You're set. You got, you know, a nice little kick, and you got the garlic flavor. What more could you ask for? All right, so versatility. Let's go ahead and do here and burn. Once again, burn on this. It's definitely a step up from the Fresno. If you're just entering into eating spicy, this is going to be quite a bit hot for you, I would assume. It's going to be maybe not to the point of like making you panic, but it's going to be super noticeable on that front. If you're a chili head, you're going to see this as a medium sauce, which is great. It brings exactly what you want, the flavor, a little bit of the heat, pairs well with the food. All right, let's jot that down. Okay. Let's hand this on over. Now, all right, let's go ahead and dive on into these ingredients. So, first off, we got yellow bell peppers, we got onion, water, distilled vinegar, garlic, habanero, orange juice, carrots, and sea salt. Now, I'll be honest, the orange juice in hot sauce is normally something that I pick up super quick and right away, but they have done such a great job at making sure the sauce is nice and balanced that the orange juice itself is not overpowering and taking away from the other ingredients that are going on in here. Once again, you know, their slogan on the side, put a wiggle in your scoot. So definitely go check them out. We'll have the links for, you know, both sauces tagged below, as well as Bootsie Sauce Co.'s website. So you'll have direct links and link to website down below in the description. So if you're interested, they do have other sauces as well. So definitely check them out for that. All right. So now here we go. Let's go ahead and get that scorecard going on the extra garlic habanero. All right. So heat, 3.4. Very nice, you know, respectable heat there. All right. Aroma, we got 3.9. Flavor, we got 3.8. Versatility, 3.6. And burn, 3.56. For a total swear word rating of 3.65. Hey, both very solid sauces. Definitely go check out Bootsie Sauce Co. Links will be down below. But now let's get on over to the interview with Nick. Hey, Nick. How's it going?
Fantastic. How are you doing?
Doing great. It's yeah, I'm so glad to have you on the show. Super excited to get to know you better. I know I've heard great things from quite a few people. Obviously, Roddy nominated you, so I heard a lot about you from him. So glad to have you here.
Yeah, glad to be part of this, and it's been an awesome show to see the episodes that you put out so far, and it's really cool to be part of it.
Thanks. No, I appreciate that. I do want to say anyone that's tuning in, because I do see that we have some new folks jumping in the chat. Welcome. We just got done with Hot or Not. We're just now starting the interview, so glad to have y'all here. And oh, we got Adam Jarrett in here. Okay. Hey Adam, how you doing? All right. Let's go ahead and we're gonna dive into obviously we'll start with what got you interested in spice in general and or making sauces, or like I guess a two-parter there.
Sure. So when it comes to spice, I would say that growing up, a lot of the cuisine that I was exposed to was pretty mild in general. The area that I grew up in is very heavy Scandinavian descent, and as a result, the food that they cook tends to be a little bit more salt and pepper is when they're getting wild. So as I'm growing up, this is everything that I'm just saturated in. There's no getting around it. And the only options for anything hot was Tabasco or Dave's Insanity sauce, things like that. So it was flavored vinegar or something that was just impossible to thoroughly enjoy because the heat was so brutal instantly. But anyhow, when I was a kid, my dad always had a jar of salsa that he would add to his food, and one day I worked up the courage to try some. I have some older brothers; they had already tried it, but it was my turn. And when he saw that I liked it, he started me down the path, and eventually we started growing peppers and stuff like that. And the rest is kind of history in terms of my journey with spice. Just kept finding the next hottest thing or the next new flavor, and then as I got older, I started dabbling with my own experiments because, again, in the middle of nowhere of Iowa, it was slim pickings for versatile sauces. So I started my own, and one of the sauces that we sell today, Ale's Ale, is one that I've been iterating for years since childhood.
Nice.
But I got into it just because it was something fun, and to actually selling it, that's kind of a fun story too. In 2020, this is pandemic, and the place where I was working at had started shutting down, so they furloughed everybody, let a bunch of people go, and it was the first time I've been out of work in 20 years, and that was a shock for me. It was very intense to have the rug pulled out from underneath me, and as I'm throwing out applications left and right, I can't find anything. Well, Father's Day rolls around, and my wife and kids get me a bottling kit for Father's Day, just 12 little woozy bottles, some funnels, and things like that. So I thought I'll just make some sauce and give it to friends. And when they started asking me, a week later, hey, I'm out. Where'd you get that? I'd like to get more. And well, it's mine. I can't keep giving it away though. They said, well, hey, start selling it. And I thought, yeah, I got some time on my hands. So between applications, I'm making the brand, the logo, things like that, and it's taken off from there. So, and here we are today.
Yeah, no, that's awesome. I mean, the heartwarming moment of having your family bring you this hot sauce kit or the bottling kit is super cool. That's definitely going to be one that not only you're going to remember forever, but I'm sure they're going to remember forever because that's very impactful there. So that's awesome.
It was that, or they were just trying to give me a hobby because I was climbing the walls. I had nothing else to do. So
yeah. I mean, 20 years.
Get me out of their hair for a little while.
20 years in the workforce, and then to be sidelined. Yeah, that definitely does things to people's heads. It'll drive you crazy if you don't do something. Keep yourself preoccupied, if you will. So, no, that's very cool. So whenever you started out, I mean, obviously you just mentioned one of the sauces that you started with, but did you have like a core line or a core, sauce or two that really kind of, helped you take off, if you will?
Uh, so when we first launched, even if you go look at the Halogi Facebook, you can see the entire history all the way back to the beginning where I just had like some label-less bottles posted and whatnot. And this is, of course, after I'd gone through the proper channels for cottage food sales at that point. But I wanted to make sure that I didn't have just one sauce. I know there's plenty of companies that do that beautifully, but I knew if I was going to make any sort of profit on this, I wanted to have some versatility in the sauce lineup. So I wanted to launch with a few with different heat ranges to cover a few different bases in terms of what people are looking for in heat level. But I always prioritized flavor first. Um, the one that's the most complex out of my lineup would be Ale's Ale, and it is a roasted pineapple, habanero, and my own signature curry blend.
Okay.
And my last name is not changed. It's pure happenstance, but nevertheless, it's I love curry, so I wanted to have something that had a really vibrant, bright flavor to it, and that's the one that I started when I was younger and had been iterating forever. And it had won a few like potluck contests at work, bring some wings in, and people would rate them and whatnot. It always did well in situations like that, so I thought that was the best starting point.
Nice,
I'd had some
nice.
other recipes that I'd been iterating, and yeah, so I threw a few of those together too. And I suppose the one we're most known for would be Tierfing's Curse. This is a ginger forward sauce, baby carrots, cold soaked red onions. This one got on season 18 of Hot Ones, and that seems to be how a lot of people have come across us.
Yeah, yeah. Well, I mean, you had just touched on the hot wings at the office, and so I figured might as well skip ahead and talk about your experience with hot ones. Like, how did that come to be? Did they just reach out to you? Did you have to reach out to them? What is that process even? What was that process even like for you?
Surprising. The basic gist of it was as we branched out from cottage food sales into the kitchen, the commercial kitchen, we knew that we needed a more regular source of peppers. And South Dakota's growing season is not huge, and we had just started up our connection with our good friend Shannon at Wayward Springs Farms. If you haven't heard of this, probably not. It's small. It's a small farm in South Dakota, but they're doing amazing things for a lot of research on greenhouses and more sustainable growing things. In any
Nice.
case, he started growing peppers, and I needed a more consistent source. So I reached out to Puckerbutt Pepper Company to get in their commercial sales, and they said, we need some paperwork, send us some samples. We want to make sure that you're a legit company before we start doing wholesale. So I sent the samples, they sent the peppers. I think that's that, and we can just start ordering peppers from them on the regular. And I don't think twice about it. Fast forward several months after we've launched our online store and whatnot, and we get this contact us form in our email that says it's someone who's a sourcing manager at Heatonist, and they're just talking about getting us on the Heatonist website at this point, just being a huge platform that we could sell our sauce in among other giants. And so we're like, that's awesome. If this is real.
Yeah.
And we thought it was a prank. We thought it was one of our friends, like, oh, I'm the sourcing manager. And, and thankfully none of our friends were that clever in advance, but um, they, anyways, we look up this guy and he's legit. And so we start talking to them back and forth about getting on the website. And then one day, a few months later, they hop on the call and they said, we'll just cut right to it. We want you for season 18. And yeah, it shook me a little bit, not a little bit, a lot. I remember I stopped and I was like, can I have just a quick minute, and took off my headphones and um, thinking this was just another call. I was in the middle of like my day shift, and I had taken break time to go off to a break room, and just got some huge news. We're going to be on Hot Ones, and now I can't tell anybody for months. So we, it was it was a bit of a journey after that point. But yeah, we the way that they had discovered us was after I'd sent those samples in. I guess the people at Puckerbutt, from what I understand, um, enjoyed them so much that they sent along what they had left, and that left a pretty good impression with them.
Nice, nice. That's awesome. Yeah, I mean, I can already think of quite a few friends that I would also be suspicious of if ever something like that were to arise. But no, that's great that it wasn't just a prank, but it actually something that was panning out to be a pretty big move for you. So that's awesome.
Yeah.
And now as far as like with Heatness, I guess you still have your sauces there as well. Like, what does that look like?
So when you get on the show, they buy an amount of sauce because their mail distribution lists and things like that. Their subscription boxes is the term I'm looking for. In any case, they would also have it just to stock on the website itself. So I know Tierfing's Curse is on there right now. They don't carry any of the rest of our lineup, but it's one of the top rated sauces in their hot selection. And it was the first season, as far as I know, where they started doing more in depth, kind of like meet the creator sort of things. They've always had inserts in their mailers, but this time they had us send in like pictures and they did little bios on us. So if you look at that hot sauce, you can learn a little bit about me there too. And it was a cool experience. It was something I was like, well, we got a commercial kitchen. We'll tackle hot ones in 5-6 years if it's still running. And then literally the next year we were on the show. It was wild.
Very nice. And whenever y'all were on season 18 in the lineup, I'm trying to recall off the top of my head, what position did y'all have in that lineup?
Number 7, right
Number
before the
7.
bomb.
Okay. Very nice. Well, at least everyone got to taste your sauce before their taste buds were wrecked by the bomb. So,
Yeah, yeah, and it's like I was saying before we got the show up and running. It the sauce that we sent is Tierfing's Curse. It's kind of a sleeper, and that worked greatly to our advantage because it seemed to be the sauce that a couple people I know, like Post Malone and Gabriel Iglesias, both got a couple bites in, and they're like, "I'm fine, it's good." And then they get about 30 seconds into their answer and go, "Huh."
Yep.
And yeah, it was just fun to see them have that moment of security, like we're gonna be fine, and it wasn't, but they enjoyed the flavor too. So there's that.
Yep. Yep. Well, and I mean that's part of the art of it all, and it's really finding that nice balance
Yeah,
between flavor and heat, and really driving it home from there. Because a lot of people tend to struggle with whether they're just starting out or what have you, or those that are just seeking just an insanely hot sauce. They'll tend to throw the flavor aspect to the window, so it or
yeah,
out the window. But it
yeah. I hear you 100%.
as far as your plans and everything that you have going on for the 2024 year, are you looking at doing more festivals and conventions, if you will, or what does that lineup look like for you?
So we're going to be at the Fiery Foods Festival in Albuquerque coming up here pretty soon, at the very beginning of March, and it'll be our second time there. We're not really going to do a whole lot of like national touring this year. We're trying to stick a little bit closer to home. I've got 4 kids and stuff like that, so being away for so long, building the brand for a while, yes, but now that we're established a little bit more, trying to keep it closer to home, and we're
Yep.
doing a whole lot of trade shows and craft shows and things like that, and those have been surprisingly amazing. And I don't want to say to fail, but we thought they'd go good, and they went incredible. And
Very nice.
those have been phenomenal. So we're doing a whole lot around here. We have some exciting news. One of our limited editions launching tomorrow, and we'll
Okay.
have some more throughout the year. And we might have a new sauce or two coming out as well.
Okay. Okay. Well, you kind of beat me to the punch. I was about to ask, from a sauce standpoint, where you were headed, and if you had anything planned. But sounds like we've
Yeah.
already got the goods on that. So, uh,
Well, I got one that I haven't announced on our public profile yet. If you want it now.
oh, okay, all right, getting the fresh scoop right here on the swear word.
Yeah, yeah. So tomorrow we'll be launching the return of Goonlad's Gold.
Oh, there we
Goonlad's
go.
Gold. This is our mead inspired sauce. It's peach, passion fruit, and all the passion fruit in this year's batch grown here in South Dakota, Wayward Springs. Peach passion fruit, wildflower honey, and Scotch bonnets and Buena Mulatas. They're a
Oh,
cayenne
wow.
variant. They're bright purple, just like this label, and It's a gorgeous sauce. It's a lot of fun on salads, pork, chicken, things like that. But yeah, this will be launching tomorrow.
Very nice. Very nice. Yeah, I'm a sucker for a good Scotch bonnet sauce as well. That Scotch bonnet pepper in general has such great flavor, but most of those sauces just they do something. They light up my taste buds in a fun and enjoyable way of flavor.
Yeah,
So
definitely. I feel like I'm talking a lot. Sorry.
no,
I
you're
assume you have more questions.
no, you're fine. This whole it's just very conversational here. So no, I mean 4 kids. I understand that pain. I don't have quite 4. My plan was to stop at 2, and I have 3. So I understand how that goes. It's a handful at times.
Yeah, yeah, definitely. My oldest is graduating this year too, which blows my mind.
Wow. Yeah.
Because like yesterday he was eating Cheerios out of a little kid chair, but um, yeah, um, it everyone tells you it goes by fast, but it's kind of that they don't tell you that you don't really remember that all the time. So
Yep.
it's awesome seeing them grow and having this be started from a gift from them too. It's extra touching.
Yep.
But in particular, it's a hobby that we kind of get to share together. They all have very different flavors, and they don't always go for heat and whatnot either. So it's just fun exploring different new recipes, new takes on different dishes, new seasonings, new profiles altogether, new textures, whatever it is, and
Yeah.
then pairing that up with, of course, a fun hot sauce of some sort whenever we can. And yeah, it's more than just a shared hobby. It's a bonding time. So
Yeah, no, that's definitely really cool. We do have some questions in the chat as far as the estimated time for your release of that sauce tomorrow. When will they be actually able to make the purchase?
around 8 a.m. Central, and
Okay.
that's a good question because it goes fast.
Okay. There you go. Everyone that's everyone in the chat right now, 8 a.m. We will have links for the Halogi website on there, and you just be locked and loaded and ready to go. From the mead standpoint, because like I know the flavors of mead in general. Well, I've had a few meads, I should say, but is that one? Do you get a lot of mead forward taste in that sauce, or is it just kind of like a dancing back note?
So I should note that it's not mead, or it has no mead in it. It's inspired by mead in terms of like the process of incorporating different fruits and whatnot into and honey based fermentation.
Mm-hmm.
The sauce is not fermented. However, the rich honey flavor and the fruit forward is really what you're going to get out of this one.
Got it.
So it doesn't have. We use a white wine vinegar, so it has a little bit of a bitter bite at the end, but
Okay.
it's meant to meld in with the lime juice, so you get a tart finish that's not like pucker sour, but definitely still enough to notice it. The Scotch bonnet heat takes over at that point. I love this sauce on salads. I know it's one that Brian Ames really enjoyed too. It was one of his top fives from not last year, the year before. Um, yeah, it's a good time, but it
Very
goes
nice.
quick.
Very nice. Okay. All right. Well, you'd kind of mentioned too. I know that you've recently also been on some other podcasts as well, but just really to get a good understanding of, because I know as a hot sauce maker, definitely whenever you go into these festivals, conventions, etc. I guess can you speak to the bond that kind of gets formed? When you're out there, the camaraderie between one another and just hyping each other up. Because I've seen some of your hype up videos for the Tennessee, I believe that was the Tennessee Festival, and you're out there showing
Yeah.
everyone off. And man, I love to see the love and passion pouring out, and the kindness and sharing. So that was awesome.
It's the hot sauce industry is unbelievably friendly and welcoming, and it seems to be a shared understanding that not just like rising tide rises all boats, nothing as cliche as that. It's people in this particular interest, they're not, they've got kind of their one mainstay sauce that they'll go back to time and time and again, but it's a community of explorers. It's people who love to check out other stuff, and others people's work inspires our work, and our work inspires others. And it seems to be just this very cool thing of, well, here's hot sauce as a concept. I'm going to take it, and here's my take on it. And someone else sees that and goes, whoa, I never thought of it that way. Let's do this. And everyone contributes to this shared sense of going forward. And that makes it very easy to make fast friends. A lot of times it's also, we've got a number of other shared interests. I've met a number of metalheads in the sauce community, and everyone from a million different culinary backgrounds, but a shared love of food and cuisine in general. Supporting local, most everyone that I know within this community is trying to buy as many peppers from local growers as possible, and promote just more uh, regional um, flavors as a whole, so that way you don't get just the same generic mash that everyone else uses. It's the actual the acidity of the soil in that area affects the flavor of the peppers. You get an entirely different profile from pepper A grown in one place versus grown in another. So
Yep.
seeing that intensity, everyone brings that same shared love and passion for what we do to those arenas. And I don't know, it's everyone gets together and we're all stoked, and so we just feed off each other at that point. And I don't know, can you get too stoked? I feel like it's hard to do.
Yeah. No, I mean, I agree. I don't think you can never get too much, just ultimately the love, the care, the passion, and as you're saying, the overall inspiration and creativity that flows out. Just as an outsider looking in, whenever I'm walking around some of these events, it's just you can see it. It's very apparent, but it's so cool to see.
Absolutely, absolutely. um, i'm I'm just honored to be part of it. It's a community that gave me a whole lot as I grew up, and as I gained deeper ties into the community of all things spice and whatnot. It's I don't know, you just meet some people who have had totally different walks of life than you, and your one convergent point is that you both like things that are spicy, and it opens up entirely different avenues. And yeah, I've met a lot of incredible friends and just good people all around. And I keep saying and like I've got more to say.
Uh,
It's
no,
awesome.
yeah,
That's all I can say about it.
no. I mean that pretty well sums that up. I do see that we have quite a few other people jumping in the chat. I also wanted to open this up as well in case the chat had some questions that they wanted to ask Nick, and glad to have everyone in that's just stopping in. So let's we'll get that prompted. Jeff, did you have anything you see right off the wrap? Okay. Okay. All right. Well, we definitely still have a few minutes before we'll kick off to the game, because we do have a fun burning choices up on deck. But I do still very much want to understand, as far as kind of what inspires you, the passion behind why you're doing what you're doing. But obviously even talking with Roddy, it's very clear, and Sam Hastings as well, and plenty of others as well. But just drawing back to them, there's hobbies that they have spoke about that has really kind of influenced, whether that be their branding, the creativity to their flow for sauces, etc. I know you mentioned metal a second ago. Do you actively play any instruments, or?
Um, I'm terrible at drums. I'll say that much. But my son, my second oldest son, is learning the drums right now, and he's in a band, and they're about to record their first single, and
Oh,
he's
nice.
16, and this is super exciting for him. So yeah.
That is super cool. That I never got the gift of playing any instrument, if you will. So I'm always fascinated when others can, because it's something that eludes me. I just don't get it. But no,
It's fun to watch. I love it.
the on oh, oh, okay, there we go. I was about to say my audio was off a little bit, but the overall just direction and inspiration as far as your oh man, why did I just blank on it? But anyways, we'll shift on over the 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 run of your total lineup as far as the sauce. Here, Jeff, can you go ahead and pull up the Halogi website? We'll get this shown on screen as well. So, and then let's go over to the sauce lineup. Boom, there we go. So I mean, you got quite a few sauces going on here. That's what I was trying to recall. I knew it was something about the sauce that we were talking about earlier. You had mentioned you like curries, etc. I wanted to kind of dive into that as well. So, and this is just because I simply have a preference on it, and I'm always interested to know other people's. Do you have a preference on like a Thai curry or an Indian curry?
Ooh, that's I can't. It's tough to land on one because there's going to be some nights where I'm wanting the more earthy vibes that I'm getting out of Indian curry versus the more kind of immediate firecracker heat that I'll get from Thai curry, and yeah, it goes back and forth. I suppose the first one that I had that made me like really fall in love with it was it was an Indian curry, and I just remember how it seemed to hit every single part of my olfactory system. I was smelling it, I was tasting it. The warmth of it started to just heat up, and it felt like that was increasing the blood flow to my mouth, and the sensation paired with the overall flavor, just every part of my palate lit up. It was incredible, and I found that enrapturing. I wanted more of it every day. So
Very nice. Yeah, no, I always ask that because while I've had both, I tend to lean a little bit more towards the Thai curry side. I like that creamy nature of the coconut milk, but the pop of
sure.
the spices. But yeah, no, definitely have. They're both very respectable. I think I lean a little bit more on the Thai curry side. I don't know. There hasn't been many Indian curries that have really just caught my attention. And I typically, whenever I order even a Thai curry, I tend to gravitate towards a green Thai curry, and then
Sure.
I basically tell them don't stop adding spice until that green is now a red. So yeah, it
Bring any requisite waivers. Let's go.
yeah. Just how much spice do you have in the bag? Just dump it in there. Let's roll. So yeah, no, the local
I'm,
Thai place knows me
I'm
very
told from
well.
my background crew that I'm echoing.
Oh, uh, no, yeah. For some reason that was I don't know. I guess it was happening earlier today on one of the other shows. So I don't know what's going on with that. Then we'll have to figure that one out.
Sure, no worries. Just letting you know.
Yeah. No, I appreciate that. Well, let's go ahead and kick it on over to some burning choices then. All right, here I'm gonna pull up my my list on my end because I know Jeff has them on that end. So, all right. We're going to start out with once again, this is burning choices. If you're not familiar with this, if you're just now tuning in, this is a this or that type of game. So there's going to be two choices there. It doesn't have to mean that one is completely horrid. It's just which one do you prefer over the other. So we'll start out easy. It'll be coffee or energy drink.
Energy drink.
Energy drink. All right. Any particular one in mind?
The Monster Zero Ultra lineup, most any flavor out of that. Ultra Paradise, the green one, it's top tier.
Okay. Yeah, I used to drink a lot of those. So before I switched to the Monster Ultra line, I was hooked on. I think it's called the M80. It's the one that has the pineapple chunks in it. So good, but so bad for
Oh
you.
man, yeah. Of course, they all are. But
Yeah, yeah. Whenever I was deployed, I ended up ordering between me and three other soldiers. We ended up ordering a pallet of those M80s, and we went through the whole
oh wow,
thing before the end of deployment. And so we probably crushed it in like a 9 month span. And yeah, my body needed a hard reset after we got back because of all of that damage. But yeah, no, now I don't really touch energy drinks, and I just stay with coffee. So
I can't imagine why.
yeah, yeah, live and learn. All right, sweet or savory?
Yeah, that's awesome. Ooh, I'm gonna say sweet. I love my savory though. That's hard to do.
Okay, okay, yeah,
I just know I got a sweet tooth, so I'm gonna opt for something sweet when I can.
okay, okay. I uh I definitely gravitate more towards the savory for myself, I would say. But yeah. The all right, let's check out the next one here. We got fermented or cooked sauce.
Ugh.
Ooh, now I can't hear. Hold on.
Is this in the?
Hold on. We just got to get something back. All right, there we go. All right.
If you guys are making
Yep.
adjustments,
Yep, no, there you go.
I think my name's a little misspelled.
Oh. Oh. Yep, look at that. All right. The the all right.
Sorry.
We'll answer this one or ask this one again. Fermented or cooked sauce?
Do I have to pick this as though it's like one of these forever?
No, no. This is just. I mean, this could be your preference for today. It doesn't have to be the end all be all. Like I said, it's not that you hate one over the other. It's just you have a preference for right now.
I think where I've been sitting lately, I've been doing a lot more cooked sauces than fermented, but I've also been low on my fermented, so I'm kind of rationing them. So I don't know if it's even a preference so much as a necessity
Okay. I mean, there's a lot
because
more
I
time
love
and
my
effort.
fermented sauces.
Yeah. I mean, there's a lot more time and effort that go into those fermented. So it definitely makes sense that you would want to, keep it safe and keep it stocked. So, all right, let's go on with this next one. I think I know where you're going to be on that, but punk or metal?
Metal every day, forever.
Yep. Okay. There we go. There we go. And hey, can't hate it. Can't hate on that. This next one's gonna be fun. All right. So here we go. Aliens or lizard people? Just a oddball question here.
Oh, especially lacking context. I'm
Yep.
gonna have to say aliens. I used to have like notebooks upon notebooks of aliens that I would draw with my buddy Andrew, and it just whatever we'd make up. So
Yeah.
aliens.
Okay. Okay. Was any of that kind of invoked from the Alien versus Predator, Alien
Oh,
trilogy?
absolutely.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, the Ridley Scott universe, Predator. Yeah,
Yep.
all things like that. Trying to remember what else. I mean, like ET and stuff, of course, too. But
Yeah.
we had nice ones. We had mean ones. But yeah, I'm
Yeah.
also going to bank on aliens being the more likely of the two to actually exist.
Yeah, no, I mean that's kind of where I was like wondering if the question would end up navigating towards, but no, I mean that's definitely spot on. I definitely grew up on a lot of those alien movies, the wide variety of them. So it it's definitely we're hearing about it more and more. So who knows at this point, right? So
I think they just announced another new movie in the Alien franchise. I can't remember what it's called.
yeah, I
It's going
haven't
to drive me
I
nuts.
haven't seen it if so, but let's see if we can find that real quick. Well, while we're looking that up, we're gonna go ahead and we'll ask the next one. So new school or old school?
Hmm. I'm going to say new school. I have nothing but respect for old school. But new school, I'm always going to be pushing to the next frontier. I want to see what tomorrow holds, and not like compromise today to see what tomorrow holds. I just know that seeing how much things have progressed already, I want to see what's new.
Yeah, no, definitely. I mean, I get that. I think they both have their place and their power and their magnitude. But just, I mean, you could even fine comb tooth down to just food in general. Just looking at the way that, I mean, it doesn't matter. You pick whatever it is, a pizza, burger, etc. The way that they've kind of morphed and got better and gravitated, to this new thing that they are over the years. Yeah. I mean, there's reasons why old school has the nice foundation, because it allows the new school to come in there and just really shake up shake up everything that's going on and try new things and make it better.
100%.
So, well, that was a fun game of burning choices. What we'll do now is this is the part where I'll go ahead and have you mention where everyone can find Halogi sauce and plug away that, or anything else you want to plug away.
Sure. So we are Halogi Hot Sauce, Halogi. Our branding is rooted in Norse mythology. That's a lot of fun too. Every bottle has a story on the side of it that lets you know what inspired the sauce and where it came from, and you get to learn a little bit about Norse mythology and Icelandic sagas and history along the way too. Another subject that I absolutely love. The website www.halogihotsauce.com. That's Halogi hotsauce.com.
All right. And don't want to forget it. So here's now the chance to place someone on the hot seat. So this hot seat nomination is someone that you think would be a great addition to have us have on the show as a guest.
You guys have got to talk to my buddy Eddie Stankiewicz. He and his brother run Stanky Sauce, and they're just phenomenal people. They're good friends of mine. And I mentioned I've got kids. My youngest kid will tell you unabashedly, despite the fact that her heroic father has a hot sauce company that's taken off pretty well, that Stanky makes her favorite sauce, that agave jalapeno. She could drink that stuff. And they were kind enough to send like autograph bottles and whatnot to a phenomenal sauce. Stand up, guys. You got to get Eddie on the show.
All right, there we go. You heard it, Eddie. I'll be reaching out to you tomorrow, and we'll find a time that works best for you to get on the show and become a guest. So once again, Nick, it's been an honor having you on. I'm so glad to have you here. I look forward to having you on back. Definitely want to dive into quite a bit more. Obviously time limiting on this, but overall, thank you for coming on, and it's been a great one.
Brandon, likewise. Thank you so much. And hey, to everybody in the audience, don't forget tomorrow, Goonlots Gold, HalogiHotSauce.com. Get it while you can.
There we go. 8 a.m. All right. Now that Nick is off to the side, and we're going to go ahead and wrap this one up here. What we're going to do is, once again, have the links for Nick and everything to do with Halogi Hot Sauce down below. Don't forget, 8 a.m. tomorrow, sauce goes live. We also will have Bootsie Sauce Co. Links for directly to these sauces reviewed tonight, as well as their direct website in the description below. From that, definitely check them out. And if you like what we're doing here, please like, comment, subscribe, do all the things. We are trying to grow once again on the YouTube front and on the Instagram front. So go give us a follow on there, and it helps us get going. Please share this with other chili heads to continue to grow the channel. Hey, can't do this without y'all actively in the chat. So thank y'all for being here. It's been another amazing show, and a lot of it has to do with y'all's activity going on and firing off these questions and being a part of the game. So thank y'all there. Don't forget, Swear Nation, we have some stuff going on there that'll be added shortly. So looking forward to everyone who has decided to become a citizen. So yeah, hey, thanks to podvision.io for allowing us the ability to have such an amazing show. Couldn't do this without them. If you're looking for someone to, build your brand up, showcase you in such a nice light, be able to help you understand and take all the heavy lifting off your shoulders, definitely check out podvision.io. Couldn't do this without them. And hey, this has been the Swear Word with Brandon Swear. And for everything from the world of hot, show number 15. That's a wrap.